It's the end of the day here in Henley, and I've had a fantastic time thanks to Kia. There's only one car left to drive. That's this, the brand new 7-seater Sorento GTS. Now, I'll be honest, out of all the cars here today, this one I have absolutely zero interest in driving. But I thought it was worth reviewing, just in case you were interested. So I've decided for this review to hand the reins over to someone considerably less experienced. Hi. What could possibly go wrong? You're making a right roll, balls up at this.
No, I have absolutely sorted it and I'm quite happy with it.
Which I think means you're nearly a fully qualified 4x4 driver.
I hate you so much.
No.
There's literally no words to describe how much I hate you.
There are, but none that I can put on YouTube.
Right, that's true. So when are we starting the video?
No, we're starting now. Right, so the bit outside, I'll say, I'm here today, with Kia, testing a number of cars, but this is the one that I've got absolutely, officially, zero interest in. So I decided that I'd hand it over to someone that's never ever driven a large SUV before. You've never driven any SUV, have you?
No.
No.
Well, I've driven things like Hilux pickup kind of thing.
Yeah,
big
okay,
4x4 pickup.
Let me start.
For the next 4 miles,
you're going to get
straight on this road.
And I'm not starting you off easily either. Oh no. This thing is a thumping great big 7-seater behemoth. If you're going to start in SUV land, this is no namby-pamby halfway house. Oh no. This is the real deal. Alright, may not be a Range Rover, but it doesn't cover the price tag of a Range Rover. However, let's get our reviewer's opinion of it. Lawrie, how's it going so far?
I don't like it. It's unnecessarily big.
No, it's not unnecessarily big.
Yes, it is.
What about little Timmy in the back?
I've lost him. which
Tim?
of the many seats?
Tim! He's already rolling around with the tripod. Daddy!
Ah! Is he in one of the little underfloor storage areas?
The boot is impressively large.
When you put the seats down?
Yeah, I mean you can fit either 7 people in here or 5 people and stuff. So we've got 5 people, well we've got 2 people and stuff, which is actually 1 more person than the average number of people in a car this size. That's probably a true statistic.
I genuinely feel the fire engine is easier to drive.
Well, shall I give you some good stuff? There's a button down here for a diff lock.
Good.
Which at least means
we can take it off-road.
We could take it off-road. It's not got the proper off-road tyres on it, but anything that has a diff lock in it does at least have
potential.
Half a chance.
It has potential.
Yeah.
It feels like I want to be off-road in it. Just like the nearest thing I've driven to this was a Defender.
We're not fans of the Defender.
That's the nearest thing I can say to this that I've driven. And so with the Defender, it's just like go straight across this field.
Oh, okay. So
I want to go straight across the field.
Slight difference in build quality between this and the Defender.
There's room this side of my arm, which is more than the Defender.
I found that with the Defender, you're like, I want to lean my arm on the door, but I can't.
You have to have an arm out of the door, out of the window for it to drive that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll start this with the fact that I'm against these things in principle.
As am I.
And I think they're totally pointless. They don't do what they're meant to do, which is go off-road.
Yeah.
And they're a cultural style icon, fashion accessory thing.
However, there are certain people that would actually benefit from a vehicle like this, which is the reason that we are driving this. We're not just here to take the mickey out of large cars, no. My father is potentially looking at a vehicle like this because he works for a building company, and so they need a car which can travel around in relative comfort and is big enough to set several people in, or samples of large items like windows and things. Or if you're going to go out for a business meeting, you could occasionally chuck clubs and overnight bags and stuff in the back.
Go.
Picks up all right.
It's all right.
It's a 2.2 litre diesel, 197 horsepower.
I feel in a car that's this size, I wanted the engine to be bigger just because it's a big car. 2.2 doesn't sound like a lot for a...
No, it doesn't, but it seems to work well enough.
Oh, I mean, it went, didn't it? So...
I mean, it's probably got more power and torque than the old, Rover V8 did.
I was going to say, it's probably got more power and torque than most of my vehicles, if not all.
Yes, it does. Fire engines included. Right, I'm going to have a look around here at the things that are in here. So, we've spent all day driving Kias, so This interior is starting to feel a little familiar. We do have air-conditioned and heated seats.
Oh, turn the heated seats on.
Oh, you mean heated seats?
Yes.
Do
I have a heated steering wheel? 'Cause my fingers are cold.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It was over there somewhere last time.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you got a heated wheel?
Let's have that on.
You big girl's blouse.
My fingers are cold because I've been filming in the cold.
Would Sir like rare, medium, or extra crispy?
Extra crispy.
There you go. So that's nice. You know. Let me just check out the back.
James, where have you gone?
Oh, it's nice in here. You got black leather, contrast white stitching. I can feel there's a USB port and a cigarette lighter 12-volt socket. That's quite good.
It's lonely up here on my own.
Oh, they've got heated in the back as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's not bad. I'm not sure about steerage in the back. I don't know about third class. But that's nice. But it's roomy. The big sunroof is nice.
Yeah, I like that. Does it open as well? Like,
Let's hope so. Wrong way. It's a monster sunroof. It does open.
Oh, look at that.
This is good.
Feel that cool breeze.
Yes, I can. Oh, it's freezing.
Shall we,
Yes, we shall.
I like the little net thing that comes up to stop it
Yes,
making
this little
noise.
net comes up as a wind deflector type thing. Now, what you can also do...
It's a massive sunroof.
Oh, stop. Cease, desist. Yeah, so that's lovely. It makes it feel light and airy in here.
What have you just done? It goes all the way back.
Yeah, the blind. What you can do is you can prop it up, so you just get a little bit of air without being frozen.
It's not
So,
cold.
I would say it's that now familiar mix of some quite nice leather and some...
It's always this bit at the front
That's what lets them down.
And the worst thing is that's in your there.
You can see it.
You can see it. It's in your vision as you're driving.
Not your peripherals, because your peripherals are over here. If that's your peripherals, mate,
No,
you
but
need to get your
but
eyes checked.
as a driver, I'm looking at the road, not at the dash. So it is in my peripheral. I can't see the words. I still can't say it, even though you've said
No,
it.
you can't say it.
That'll do. We're going round. But
That does let it down. Alright, so let's play.
oh, the heat is so.
Is it toasty?
Oh, I like
That's
this.
good. I noticed as well that you have a large LCD for your speedo and your info screen and stuff up front. You a fan of those? Do you like that sort of screen?
Not hugely. To be honest on this, it's quite nice. Until you mentioned it, I didn't actually twig that the speedo was LCD. I twigged the bit in the middle with all the information was, but I didn't realise the speedo was. It moves really fluidly, and
I have just put my phone down here and it started charging.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool, especially as my phone's quite low. So that's kind of nice. So the big things about the new Sorento. Okay, so there's a new trim level, which is what we're driving. Stop roasting your hands.
It's so nice.
I know you're trying to cook them evenly. 10 and 2, sunshine. 10 and 2. Now, there's a new trim level, the GT Line and
That's
GT Line
a good
S.
amount of smoke to be coming out the back of the van.
That's suspect, isn't it? So we're in the GT Line S. So this is the new top of the range Sorento. So the idea is it's more luxurious, more premium, and basically I think Kia as a company are trying to move themselves a bit up market. They also have something called Vision 100, which is basically their aim to sell 100,000 cars in the UK per year by 2020, which is an admirable goal, and I think we're becoming fans of the brand. I would say.
This is nice. As you said, the only thing that lets it down is the front there and the door material here. Apart from that, it feels really plush. It feels like a...
Well, if you just stepped into this from a Range Rover, I think you're going to be very, very disappointed. However, a Range Rover, do you know how much a Range Rover is?
I hate to think.
Yeah, okay, alright, so...
Which version?
Well, what's a 7-seater? What's the smallest 7-seater that they do?
It's the new wonky one. Is that got 7 seaters?
The Velar, I think. Let me have a look. Range Rover. You see how we do loads and loads of research in advance of these videos? It's great.
It's professionalism right there.
That's all. We are consummate professional, okay?
What happens when the steering wheel gets too hot for me to hold it?
This is what the water's for. I'll just douse you a bit, and that'll you'll be all right. Okay, the cost of a Range Rover Sport. Now it does probably have a nicer engine. I think it's a 3-litre V6 rather than a 2.2 litre 4.
On that subject, we are now officially doing low 30s, which is better than we got out of the
30s MPG. Okay, that's not too bad. I love reviews where they're like, let's talk about the price, but let's not. One of the things we really like about Kias is the fact that there aren't really many options to choose from them. Generally speaking, you choose your trim level and your colour, and that's pretty much it, and we like that.
We like the fact that even on the base Stinger that we drove, it didn't feel like stuff was excluded. And
We don't need to go over a car we've already driven.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying as a brand.
We do like that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was not so much on the other thing. Picanto?
Picanto.
Yeah, that thing. That was a whole row.
Not the pimento, that's a pepper.
Is that a hot pepper? Have you ever watched the videos on YouTube of people eating peppers? Very funny.
People eating peppers. They pickle peppers.
And they're not called Peter either.
They pick a pepper. This is great. This is the review in which we forgot how to speak.
I can just watch the sub count dropping.
Yeah. Yes, as JayEmm switches from a Lotus to a Kia 4x4 for the 5 children we didn't know we had.
Does anybody do, stupid question, does anybody do an SUV that isn't four-wheel drive?
Yeah, loads of them.
Right.
Especially the small ones. Right.
Isn't that pointless?
New Range Rover Sport. Have a guess how much? The from price. From.
Oh, is it like 70 grand or something stupid?
70 grand.
Yeah.
Bang on. Correct. £70,000. Okay. Luxurious, nice, decent, opulent car with a fancy badge. Oh, sorry, no. Actually, on this site, it's actually saying from 61,000. I don't know what engine that is coming with. So they're a good chunk of money. How much do you think this one is? With this trim level, not the from, top of the line trim.
It's got to be at least 10 grand cheaper, I'd have thought. 60? 50, 60?
42.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
42.
That's a lot.
Big difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big difference.
Even though I don't like SUVs as a whole, for 42 grand, this feels like a hell of a lot of car.
It is. That is the theme of the week, isn't it?
I'd be really, with this particular, I'd be really interested. Obviously, we're not doing it now, we've got the wrong tyres, and it's a press car, and they'd be pretty angry, but I'd love to see what this could do off-road if you actually...
We should ask them if they do like an off-road driving type thing.
Yeah. If
it's got a diff lock, you'd be amazed what a regular 4x4, if it's got a proper diff lock, will do.
Well, I'll give you that, yes, because you can... Well, it's just not going to spin up, is it?
Now this has drive modes, which some of the other cars with the Stinger we were driving, the Stinger also had drive modes, and I'm just going to see what they actually are.
Comfort, Eco, Sport and Smart.
Interesting. So it's missing the Sport Plus, and there was another one I thought, no, it's just Sport Plus.
They just had 5, yeah.
If throttle sharpens up a bit there, doesn't it?
Well, I didn't do anything, it's on...
Yeah, it leapt forward, yeah. Feels a bit pokier?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the gearbox? So the other thing that's been introduced with this car is the 8-speed ZF transmission, which is going to be familiar to just loads of you, but crucially it's also the same gearbox Kia are currently using in the new Stinger. And it's pretty decent. It's not lightning fast to shift, it's not a PDK style box, it's a traditional automatic, but
it's pretty smooth.
It's very smooth.
I honestly haven't felt it changing half the time.
In a car like this, I think smoothness is priority.
Yeah, that's what is the point, isn't it? I can cut in front of a person. I have priority over a person and dog, I think.
Yeah, how does it feel, by the way, now you're driving an SUV? How does it feel being better than everyone else?
I feel ill.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel dirty.
Is it that just position of superiority that obviously comes as part of the price of having a car like this?
Are you feeling alright?
I'm fine. What do you want? You know, when I was 17, I had my moped, my scooter. Then when I got my car licence, at the time...
This is what you wanted, yeah? This is what you envisioned at owning?
No, at the time, my dad's company car was a Mitsubishi Warrior L200, the big double cab thing.
They are big cars.
Big car. And he let me drive that. because of the way the insurance worked at the time, I could drive it.
Makes a difference in sport to suspension, doesn't it? That last pothole we went over, you felt that.
And there you go. Comfort really backs off, doesn't it?
You feel it in the throttle amazingly.
Yeah.
How it's a lot slower and a lot.
But yeah, I got into this Mitsubishi Warrior, and having been a scooter driver or rider, I went from being like the lowest rung on the motoring ladder, you know,
to just below tank.
just below a cockroach, to basically being like almost God,
Well, yeah,
nearly white van driver level.
You're just below the tank. You know, when someone brings a tank onto the road,
it was amazing.
That's the only thing you back up for.
Oh, pulling up to a road in the Warrior where you didn't have priority and being let out.
I have that in the fire engine, but that possibly for other reasons. You pull up somewhere, people let you out. So, thank you.
Yeah, I think they have other motivations for letting you out, especially if you're wearing a fireman's hat.
I wouldn't do that. That would be very. I totally do that.
You totally do that.
I totally do that, and I make everyone else in it wear the.
So,
other
Lawrie,
fireman's hat.
how's your first experience in an SUV been?
A bit underwhelming, really. It's not.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. It's basically.
This is what I have to deal with. You see this? You see this, people?
I don't know. I was expecting like flamethrowers and knives and kind of excitement. And it doesn't really feel that
What, a
much.
Swiss Army knife?
I don't know.
You're doing James Bond's 4x4.
It generally doesn't feel that different to the Stinger. It's like the same kind of thing.
Other than the fact we're 3 foot higher.
Yes. Well, the fact I can look down at everyone.
The Stinger felt more plush.
Yes, it did.
That's the only problem, really. That compared to a Range Rover, this is great value.
I think
It is also the same money as the Stinger V6.
I'll take the Stinger V6.
As would I.
It's really nice. It's plush. It drives quite nicely. There's a bit of weight to the steering, but the steering's light compared to how heavy is this? Horrendously, I would have thought.
It's just chunky.
Yeah, but the steering's lighter.
That's the official number, chunky.
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 Yeah. The steering's lighter than I expect for that, but there's a bit of weight to it.
Well, I'd say you can drive around town easily, because obviously that's where it goes.
Yes, precisely.
So there you go.
It does feel, as someone who hasn't driven an SUV before, the overwhelming thing is, why is it so big? I mean, I can't.
Yeah, but we'd have a car like that. You and me, we'd have an estate car instead.
Yes,
But the thing we have to say is that this is not the sort of car we would ever probably buy for ourselves. But
I'm pleasantly surprised with it. How I'll tell you what I am pleasantly surprised with, for the size of it. How very, very easy it is to drive.
Yes. You forget quickly the scale of the thing you're in, don't you?
Yeah, until you suddenly come to a narrow road where you try to overtake and suddenly you realise
it's a parking space.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But I'm totally with you. It makes driving a big vehicle like this easy. Driving like Jupiter, that is a challenge, and you are thinking about it. Whereas
It's
this,
a 30-year-old fire engine now.
it's a bit older than that now.
There you go. So the verdict is that this is not a car for us. However, if you are looking for something quite large, with room for either 7 or 5 plus a pretty generous amount of luggage. You know, if you were going to do a big road trip, it's not a bad car.
Oh no, I mean, let's be honest. The big
Sunroof's
sunroof
nice.
is cool.
That's lovely, yeah.
Big panoramic sunroof is cool. If you're
That really helps. You know what that really helps with? If you get passengers that are nervous or get car sick easily, having a panoramic roof just makes all. I had it in my Peugeot 407, like highlighted the car, because people that normally get car sick or nervous or whatever, having that roof just made them feel a lot less claustrophobic. Yeah, made a big difference. So, yeah, if you want to try a car of this sort of thing,
I would have thought if you want one of these and you're thinking of something like a Land Rover, Range Rover, something like that, surely this is a no-brainer for the.
At the 30,000 quid, you're realistically probably saving from a Range Rover Sport, which is a whole other car.
It is. Yeah.
You know, that's a nice other car as well. This is what we'd probably go for.
Oh yeah. If we wanted something like this, subject to if it actually will climb up the side of a mountain,
I bet it'd do alright.
Oh, I reckon we could put some tyres on and a winch on it, and
yeah. So if we can, Kia, please let us take one somewhere off-roading.
we'll go up.
That's what we like to do, because that to me is the biggest bugbear I have with modern SUVs.
Totally the
is
same.
that your Grand Tour proved it. You get these pretend faux SUV things, and they can't actually hack it off-road. So we'd love the chance to take this off-road. Also, that's the other thing. Where are you going?
Yep, I remember. Oh, I'm going to go around here.
You have to pull a UE, yeah. Just be careful, because they're not going to be expecting you to do that.
Fine, I'm going.
Oh, you're in the 4x4. You've got priority.
Excellent.
I'll just watch out because he's going to go out because he's not going to be expecting you to pull a Yui.
It was not. And now we're going this way.
Yes. From whence he came.
Yes. I kind of got to it and I was like,
Yes.
it was that way.
It was this way.
Look, it's nice, isn't it? It's plush, it's comfortable,
Yeah.
it's got all the mod cons.
And it's cheap. Also,
Cheap, yeah.
when you haven't spent 80 grand on it, I think you would be more inclined to actually drive it across the field.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like fundamentally, apart from the fact we don't like SUVs, it's really nice, isn't it?
It is.
Let's be honest. As negative as I've been in it, it's really nice.
Alright, thank you, Kia.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, comment, like, subscribe. Do you want to see any more cars like this on the channel? Who knows? And thanks for watching. Bye. Right.